Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Now we will begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 through 34. Listen to a conversation between 2 students.
Hey, Gloria, how would you like to increase the extent of your educational and historical background?
Steve, I don't understand what you're saying at all.
I just took my final in History 101 this morning, and I'm trying to get rid of the books. They cost $80.
Why don't you try to sell them back to the bookstore?
I tried, but they'd only refund $20, and I paid so much more for them. I'd like to get at least $40.
Well, I'm not going to take History 101, so I'm not really interested in those books. Maybe you should ask some other friends.
I already have. Everyone I know has already taken History 101 and doesn't want those books.
Why don't you put up some advertisements in the history building? Maybe someone you don't know will call you and buy them.
I'll try, but I don't think that'll work.
Then you'll have to go back to the bookstore. After all, $20 is better than nothing.
Number 31. What is the topic of this conversation? Number 32. Why is the man interested in selling his books? Number 33. Why does the man not want to sell the books to the bookstore? Number 34. What does the woman suggest that the man do? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation about sleeping habits.
Did you know that the average time that people spend sleeping decreases considerably as they get older?
Really? I would have thought that the opposite was true, that people needed more sleep when they were older.
No. Studies clearly show that the need for sleep decreases rather than increases with age. I was just reading a journal article for my psychology class, and it contained some really interesting information about sleep.
Really? What did you find out?
Well, young babies required the most sleep, and that should come as no surprise. The average 1-year-old sleeps about 13 hours a day. People in their 20s need about 8 hours of sleep a night.
Well, that sounds about right to me. That's my age group, and I know I'm at my best when I'm able to sleep that much each night. What about older people?
Well, the average amount of sleep decreases with age. And in the study I read, the average amount of sleep for people in their 50s was between 5 and 6 hours a night.
That's really surprising to me. I expected the opposite to be true.
Number 35. What information surprised the man? Number 36. Where did the woman learn this information about sleep? Number 37. What is the man's age group? Number 38. Approximately how many hours of sleep per night do 50-year-olds require? This is the end of Part B.